Quick update for everyone. When I last left you, um, we were having connection issues. We were also having moderator issues, or so I've been told. Um, and I was quite wet. I was still happy, but all my gear was wet, and all my batteries were pretty much dead. So I was telling people that I might be getting a motel for the night. And this is it. It's glorious. My motel in all its glory has a bed, a couch, a coffee table, a CRT TV. I haven't quite moved on to the flat panel like TVs here yet in rural Oregon. They're sticking with the cathode ray tube. But that's better for a reaction time. There's no delay between your input and what happens on screen. So we can play some Smash or something. A microwave, a mini fridge. These are all things I don't have in my backpack usually. I know, I'm in a building. It's weird. I'm inside. It's raining outside. But I'm underneath like a structure that's weather protected. I'm not being rained on. This is new to me. I'm dry. I'm drying everything out. You can probably see some stuff there. My sleeping bag's over there, my sleeping pads in there, drying out. I have to take my tent out and stuff to like dry it out. By the time I'm getting everything aired out, it's gonna be crazy in here. I'll have like forts built out of camping gear. Yeah, I did say I wanted to do a motel stream. It's a little bit later now. It's been a few hours, like 3 hours since I said that, I think. Maybe even more. But yeah, if I do a motel stream, update some people, show some people my gear if anyone's interested, the kind of things I brought, and probably some stuff I brought that I haven't used that I didn't need to bring, because I've never had to live stream something before, so yeah, a real bed is a welcome change at times. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited. I'm gonna sleep amazing tonight. And it might be a little bit hard when I have to walk out of here tomorrow morning to get back out into the rain, into the world. But I should have full batteries, dry gear, and maybe some food in my belly, coffee in the morning. Yeah, motel. Wasn't that expensive. They don't have, it's public Wi-Fi, so I still have to use my little unlimited data thing, but I think the speed's decent enough that we can have a reliable stream, albeit, again, I can actually knock on wood. I can knock on wood this time. This is wood, or at least looks like wood. It's probably like just wood paneled, but we're calling it wood. Hopefully we have some reliable streams. Yeah, motel, hotel, holiday, yeah. No, I know. I know. Yeah, so I guess I can, well, show you guys around, give you the walking tour. Alright. Yeah, I modded a couple people. Apparently, I didn't see, because I haven't actually gone over my old VODs. We had some issues and people were calling for mods. I didn't see what someone said, I just saw people calling for mods. So I modded a couple people. We could... Yeah, I modded you. As long as you want to be modded. If you don't want to be modded, I could... Yeah, I modded you. If you don't want to be mod, you don't have to be mod. I just, you talked so much and you contributed so much, and you like photoshopped that picture and stuff. I thought like, you definitely deserve to be mod if you want to. So I added you. If you don't want to, yeah, I have mods now. I'll add more. I just quickly added a couple because I'm like, we need a couple. Um, and I'm sure some of the people that are already here, you'll be mods too. I haven't gone thoroughly through my chats and stuff like that. So we'll establish a bit of a mod list because, as I understand it, um, someone was saying something in chat that should have been moderated. So um, actually, I haven't looked at how many miles. It hasn't really been that far. I had what, 4 rides today again, um, but actual distance isn't that far. Um, where did we start the day? It was, the name is slipping my mind. It was on the channel earlier today. Astoria. You see, you beat me to it. Astoria. Thank you for having a better memory than I do. Again, names, man. I struggle with them. Yeah, Astoria to Tillamook. Which it actually seems like a decent sized town compared to the ones I've been through. So hopefully it's got that's a pretty small day for 4 rides. We're really having some connection issues. Fishguard, Wales. Yeah, that's a pretty short day. But again, I kind of say it every day. I'm not trying to go for distance. I'm going for fun and the experience and bringing you guys along. Unfortunately, we really had some connection issues today. Like, it wasn't the best. Yesterday was much better. We had a full 11 hours with just a few little hiccups. Oh, yeah. It's a unique name, Fishguard. Yes, I did go through there 3 years ago, which is weird. I have like a selective memory. I'll remember really obscure things from forever ago, and then yeah, because we almost had 30 viewers, which is crazy to me. And then as soon as he picked us up, we lost. I think my phone. Yeah, cars are probably the worst. And then when I get picked up, I'm usually still within kind of a town's limits. And as soon as I get picked up, we drive out of a town and you lose your cell towers. Which I don't know how to make it better. If I like maybe if I had multiple of these jetpack things and kind of connected the signals together, like multiple carriers. So if there's Verizon signal somewhere, AT&T somewhere else, they can kind of combine them together, maybe get a more reliable. Yeah, I was really happy too, and chat was going, and I could barely keep up while trying to hitchhike, and it was pretty exciting. And then I got picked up, and it's just like goodbye everyone. But that's okay. I just enjoy doing this, and if there's a few people in chat, I don't need to have a ton of people. I'm okay with the people like you guys talking right away, like instantly joining my channel as soon as I turn it on. It's cool that you guys just you consistently show up and check out my channel, which I love. So thank you. It's the people like you that keep coming back that really make me enjoy doing this, more so than just hitchhiking by myself. When I left initially, I said, like, I'd try out this live streaming thing. If it doesn't really catch on, if it's not a big deal, I'll probably just ship all my live streaming stuff home, just like mail it home, and then just keep hitchhiking by myself, because I still like hitchhiking. I was going to hitchhike regardless. I just wanted to show off hitchhiking to anyone that's interested. And it's gone really well or it's been received really well. Even through all the hiccups, because there's been a lot, mostly connection issues. Um, yeah, and you guys have stuck around through that, so that's awesome. Um, yeah, even with all the stuff today with connection issues and this stream just not working that well between towns, I still had a great time. The people I met were extremely friendly. That young guy that picked you up that immediately killed the stream, he was... Thank you. um, he was extremely friendly, the 20-year-old guy that picked me up. We had some nice like heart-to-heart, and the stream was crashing, so I told him, like, no one can see this anymore, you can speak your mind, don't worry about the camera. Let's just talk one-on-one. There's no one watching, because there wasn't. Yeah, Elias was very nice. And he dropped me off at this little store that was like the distribution center thing for like a Tillamook-based, they make like dried pepperonis and stuff like that, just like cured meats. And it was $1 for a 2-foot long pepperoni stick. So I grabbed one of those. Okay, that helps, that makes it easier to remember. So usually preserved meats are really expensive, but it was this huge thing for $1. In Canada, anything preserved like that costs a small fortune. And they're great for traveling because it doesn't get much more calorie dense or like protein rich than like dried meats, and dried meats are great because they don't go bad, so you don't have to bring around a raw steak with you, and they taste amazing. You got quarter size. That would have been pretty funny if I got quarter size hail while I was out hitchhiking, eh? Even I might have complained at that point. I try to not complain about the weather. I just roll with the punches and enjoy it as I go. But quarter size hail, I might complain on that one. Yeah, but yeah, it was a good day regardless of the connection issues. So yeah, and I'm happy you guys are back. This will probably be a pretty chill stream. What do you call it? Resident sleeper, when nothing really exciting happens. It's really loud outside. Outside, like on my end, because I don't have a mic plugged in. I can plug in a separate mic. Your window's not pretty out. It's 2:50 in the morning. It's 6:50 p.m. here, Pacific Standard Time. That's late. I don't think I've stayed up that late in a very long time. Maybe that makes me sound old, but I appreciate my sleep. I've been going to bed at like 9 o'clock every night. I go to bed with the sun when I'm hitchhiking. I hitchhike all day, I'm exhausted, I set up my tent. It's getting dark around 8:30 here. And then I climb in my tent, I go to bed, I sleep until it's light out, and then I turn the stream on and I do it again. I think it's a really healthy like sleep, like traveling like this and sleeping outside gives you a really healthy sleep schedule, or sets your, like, what do they call it, circadian rhythm or clock or something like that. The only alarm would be my phone, but no, I don't set an alarm. I wake up when the sun comes, when it gets light out, which is why I think it's good. Like, that's what we evolved as, like, you're supposed to get tired at night, and then the light in the morning is supposed to wake you up. So, yeah, I usually get a really good sleep. Last night I didn't as much because that storm ripped through, and I'm not sure if anyone watched the VOD from this morning when I was in my tent, but you could, like, probably see the tent walls being and then me crawling out into the rain. But that was a kind of showcase of my sleeping system, even though it was soaking wet. But I'll show you guys again all my sleeping stuff tonight, all my different batteries. I have like 6 different things charging at once, oh, more than that, 7 different things charging at once. don't buy this brand of battery, Boxtron. This was the battery I was relying on, and it died on me the very first day I tried to live stream within like 20 minutes of using it. Wouldn't recommend this. I don't know if I should just chuck it out or should I keep it and like try and like send it to them and be like, what is this bullshit? So, because it's heavy, it's like a pound. A 20,000 milliamp battery is usually about 4 to 450 grams. No idea what your ancestors do. They didn't watch live streams on Twitch TV. That's what I can tell you. This is still kind of crazy to me that I can be out there hitchhiking with an audience from around the world watching me as I do that. Like, I find that amazing. So thank you, Twitch, for giving me the ability to do that. And thank you, Verizon Kinda, for having one of the better cellular networks in the United States. We've had our issues, but I can't really expect every single mountainous highway to have 4G LTE speed. Yeah, he's a viewer from Wales. And then asked me to ask the drivers if they know of Wales, and if they do, what do they know about Wales? Yeah, and because initially when I started this, I broadcasted this to my limited social network, like my old Facebook account that you have friends from high school on, and I sent messages to my the addresses in my phone book, like the different cell numbers, and that was about it. But most of the people chatting, like the regular people that are chatting, had just found the channel naturally through browsing, I think, which is really cool, and they're from all over the place. It's your mark? You want to ask all? Yeah. Well, one guy's like, do you know of Wales? And he's like, Wales, Canada? No, not Wales, Canada. The other Wales. I don't know if there's a Wales in Canada. There could be. There's a dildo in Canada. In Newfoundland. Yeah, I guess I can show you. I found the channel because what I like to do is go to the bottom of the list and find people who are just starting out and show some support. Well, I'm sure all those people appreciate that. I certainly do, because everyone starts somewhere. The largest channels you see on the top of Twitch started with just a few viewers, so yeah, I know there is a dildo Canada. Can I say dildo? Is that appropriate? I think there's a few oddly named places in Canada. I can't think of the other ones off the top of my head. I think you could just give a Google search, weird named towns Canada, and it would dildo would be included, and there's a couple other ones that are really obscure. I guess I can give a tour of my my motel room, my premium accommodation. If only I could carry this around in my backpack, like microwave and fridge and all, and CRT TV, like carry that around with me. That would be great. Just strolled around IRL with until something grabbed your attention. Well, I'm glad I grabbed your attention. All right, balls falls. Classic. All right. So I've got all the million things in the world charging. I've got 1 battery, 2 battery, 3 battery, 4 battery, jetpack charging, secondary phone charging. This is my little adapter thing, which is connected to the wall. My laptop's charging. This would be charging if it wasn't a piece of crap that died on the first day. Swastika, Ontario. I did not know that. Jesus. Would have thought someone would have levied to change the name at some point. All right. I guess I can. Head smashed in Buffalo. Okay, I did know head smashed in Buffalo Jump, Alberta. I just didn't pop into my head. That's a pretty famous one. It's the translation of the native name, which is taken quite literally, and I think it's just like a cliff where they'd herd buffalo up and scare them off the edge, so they wouldn't have to like kill them. They just run themselves off the cliff, and then they could, use their hides and their meat to survive. This is my sleeping pad. It's an X-bed down mat. That's my couch where I can lounge, where you saw me starting the stream. Bed. Look at this. What is this? It's got sheets and pillows. I don't have a pillow. My pillow is I roll up this and my down jacket, and that's my pillow. These are real pillows. We are living in luxury tonight. All right, let's continue. This is my sleeping bag that's zipped open and drying. My ground sheet. Oh, and all my tent stuff I still need to take out. Oh, and look how big the washroom is. Like, big walk-in shower. And I'm like, wow. Towels, face cloths, toilet paper. It's funny how exciting you can get over the little things when you don't have access to them on a day-to-day basis. I still haven't showered. Yeah, that shower, I tell you, is gonna be spectacular. I haven't showered since Vancouver. Where do I shit when I'm quite often in, like, just roadside pull-offs, gas stations, fast food joints, restaurants. I bring toilet. No matter what you're doing when you're backpacking, you should have toilet paper in your backpack, or a knowledge of the local foliage, so that you know something that isn't going to, irritate you when you clean yourself up. But yeah, if you gotta go, you gotta go, man. It's just nicer to have actual plumbing. Oh, impact velocity. Yeah, I added use mod. You did say that you could mod, and you've modded for some other channel or something like that. So I added use mod quickly just to, get some mods in the channel. I added my friend from back home, Impact Velocity, and our friend from Wales. So I'm gonna add more of you. Yeah. There'll be more mods. I just wanted to add a couple because the last time the stream was actually consistent before everything went to crap, people were calling out for mods, so. And a microwave, a coffee pot, instant coffee fridge. Just Adam's EC Fitness channel grows. Maybe a few more. Yeah, cause if I'm streaming from when I wake up till when I go to bed, like 12-ish hours, you're gonna need some variety in your moderation team, because no one's gonna be around for the whole 12-hour stream. People got things to do, lives to live. I have to focus on talking slower and enunciating things better. Naturally, when I talk out loud, I have a tendency to just spit out what's on my mind instantly, and then I misspeak and I stutter. So I'm working on my speaking, or I will be, because I'm talking all day, every day now. So, like, personal development, it's good. Yeah, what do I have? I guess I can bring you along as I take out all my soaking wet camping gear and start to try to dry it all. All right. Oh. Going to try and get your channel art and stuff done for this Sunday. Okay. I do have, actually, before I get to do this, I have a very generous, in my opinion, very impressive viewer art that I had given to me. So let's just pull that up in 1 second. So Watkins 999, thank you. I'm just gonna switch to screen view. Look at that. Look at that. When we were live streaming, and he said, "Yeah, I photoshopped something for you." I had no idea what to think of that. Like, what kind of what kind of Photoshop would you have done? And then when I got to this town, I pulled that up and I saw that, and I was really impressed. I've never had anyone like create me with their art or anything like that, and to be honest, I might have gotten a little bit emotional. Like that meant a lot to me, so thank you so much. I think it's amazing. So like that was really nice. Yeah, you did well. You did a really good job, and I'm gonna somehow put that on my channel, because I want people to see that, and call you out that you made that, because that's really amazing. After 4 days, I have someone go out of their way to like Photoshop an image of me hitchhiking and my trip down Highway 101. That's crazy. And yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I sent him an email saying that I might use it as my offline screen. Yeah, something like that. Because right now it's just blank, so I think that'll look great. I have it as my desktop background on my computer already. Like, so I was so excited when I saw that. Holy shit. That was amazing. Alright, anyway, back to what I was doing. I just had to do that short aside, because, like, wow, man. It's impressive. Thank you. Everything's soaking wet. I don't know, can you see the sheen on things? I think you can. That's just waterlogged. Waterlogged. I don't know, because it's wet, but it's also kind of like, it's gritty. Yeah, it's very late there. If you're in Wales, and it's 7 o'clock PST, it's late. Get some sleep. Appreciate you being around for me showing off your artwork. Though I probably would have waited until you got back, because I would have wanted you to be here in the channel before I showed people. Yeah. Use a lot of maple syrup. I haven't used that much maple syrup in my time. Maple syrup's quite pricey, even in Canada. It's delicious. It's pricey, and I guess I'm just a frugal guy, so I never splurge on the real deal. And do we say A? Most don't geographically in some certain areas, like say maybe like Northern Ontario. You might get some A's here and there. I don't know if you've seen like, was it Out for a Rip? Like that's kind of like your rural Northern Ontario kind of like culture and accent. So that's A is not widely spoken. Save it for special moments. Oh man. Let's see if you can see the sheen on this puppy. Let's see. Hey, do you see all that reflectiveness? That's all water. You say "yeah" all the time. Really? Whereabouts are you from again? Were you from Toronto? Like, it's in your normal vocabulary? I don't think I've met that many people that have it in their normal vocabulary. Like, people will say it ironically when they're trying to, like, especially when you meet someone not from Canada and you just want to, like, personify all Canadian stereotypes. You just pull everything out. You pull out your A's, you pull out your moose, you pull out your beaver, the animal. Pull out everything. It's a really weird stance I'm doing. That was a common thing? Well, I don't know, it's like a stereotypical, like, I don't know, you say A at the end of your sentence. I haven't heard it that much. But sorry is definitely, like, including me, I say sorry when I shouldn't say sorry. Sorry is very widely used in situations where people aren't really sorry, or someone wronged you and you say sorry. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like saying, like, I don't know. This didn't mean to happen. I don't mean any harm by it. Just carry on with your life. Canadians are supposed to be really nice. But, like, say you, like, if you're in a major Canadian city and you put yourself in a similar geographically located American city, you probably won't find the people that different. Like someone from Vancouver and someone from Seattle. Like, I don't think you're going to be able to notice the difference. Yeah, saying sorry for saying sorry, and then it just goes down the line. Oh man, I'm so happy I got this motel. If I had to set up even if it was dry tonight, if I had to unroll this tent like this and all my camp gear, because it's still soaking wet from last night, and crawl into that tonight, oh, I'd be miserable. This was like $65 US well spent. I am totally okay with paying that. Like, this is my splurge day. Like I said, on my trips, I'll be like spending $4, $7, $5, $4, $4, $80, $0, $2, $7. Like, it's just nothing, 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 everything. Nothing, 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 everything. Alrighty. I think it's a Wales thing. Most people say A. Sorry. I'm sure people from Wales and Canadians are just get along like two peas in a pod. Okay, sorry, the question. Kind of tent and sleeping bag companies do you like? I haven't used that many different brands of tent. I've used Mountain Harbor, and my main tent here is a Marmot tent. Marmot. I love this tent because, I don't know if you've seen from my VODs, it's a very neutral green color, which is really hard to find in a tent. almost every tent is some kind of fluorescent color. Like, it's just like, look at me, I'm camping, where I want to be. Look at me, I'm not camping. The only American. Yeah, from Kansas, right? Yeah, you might be. Albeit, according to my thing, there's only 5 people. But that would mean it's me, and you are the only ones in America. No, well, you're the only one from the United States, but me and you are both in the United States. We share a common country at this current moment in time. American stereotypes. Yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna finish the gear question because I like talking about outdoor gear. It's fun. But yeah, this is a Marmot Tungsten 1P, meaning one person. Botch Specialis. Botch Specialist, rather. It like below. Thanks for following. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, Marmot Tungsten 1P comes in a really nice neutral green color, which doesn't stand out when you're camping close to civilization, unlike every other tent ever made, which is bright yellow, red, orange. Like some manufacturers making them like white. That seems like a really poor choice. You're gonna get stuff dirty. White does not bode well for outdoor gear. Thanks, Botch Specialist. I hope I do too. I think bringing you guys along with this camera thing is almost like makes it twice as safe. Because if anyone had any malintent, and I come up to the car, ask for their permission to film the interaction, if they plan on doing anything bad, you guys would save me. Well, because they wouldn't want a camera in their car, because if they're going to do anything really bad, they wouldn't want their face live broadcast to the world, to my 5 closest friends. Oh, Hilberg tents? Those are like the top of the line. They're expensive, but they're like high quality. They're also heavy, but they're like indestructible. Well, it really... If you're using a tent for mountaineering purposes, you want it to be bright. You want to be able to find your tent. If things go wrong, you want people to be able to find you in your tent, like search and rescue purposes. A neutral colored tent has a limited amount of actual uses, and that's why no one makes it in those colors, because not many people want a neutral colored tent. So for mountaineering purposes, like my 4-season tent for like my Arctic trip, it's like bright yellow, because that stands out in the snow. Albeit green would stand out in the snow too, because white and green, but regardless, if you're actually going out in places you're supposed to be out, and there's a chance you might want to be found, or you might lose your camp and you want to find your camp, bright colors are great. Colors that stand out from the rest of the environment. If there's a bright orange tent in the woods, you can find it quite easily. If I lose track of where my tent is, there's a decent chance I might not be able to find it, which could be a problem. So I try to keep track of where I put this thing down. Don't run away from me. So Marmot Tungsten 1P, it's honestly not that high end of a tent. It's almost a base model. I think it retails for like $200 Canadian. It's like $150 US. So for a one-person tent, it isn't even that light. But the way I see it, when you get into higher end like tents especially, you're paying for ultra lightweight materials. Like rather than your generic polyester fly or whatever, they'll use like ultra-sil nylon, which is a more expensive material, but it's also thinner. And when you get thinner, lighter materials, they're also more delicate. So if I buy ultralight gear, because I got really good deals on gear, I'm just gonna especially with hitchhiking, I'm just gonna destroy it. Like, I've used this a ton and I've kind of destroyed it, but I've used this like hundreds of nights. This has been my home more than most houses I've been in. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Sometimes when I scroll through chat, I accidentally double press and spin the camera around. America's dry sense of humor. It's not a dig. Yeah. We can get in problems if we start talking about stereotypes too much. Ones that deny you left because of your recording equipment are the sketchy one. Camera saving. I totally agree. Like, if you guys weren't there, I definitely would have turned down that really creepy ride I had on my first day. Like, camera or not, like, I would be turning it down. But if someone is... There's many good reasons why people wouldn't want to be recorded, and most of those are just like for personal privacy reasons. So someone saying they don't want to be recorded doesn't make me think that they meant me any ill harm. They just don't want their face broadcast to the world, which is okay. But there could definitely be people that wouldn't want their face broadcast for other reasons, because they mean to do some kind of harm. And yeah, so this kind of stops that kind of thing. So I'll lose some rides that would be real, but they just don't want to be filmed. But the odd, or the very, very low chance of one of those people that wouldn't want to be filmed that actually meant harm, I'd avoid that ride as well. So if I ever came across on this trip someone that actually meant me harm, well, one, we wouldn't find out because I would have turned down the ride, or he would have turned down the ride because he wouldn't want to get it filmed. So yeah, actually we wouldn't know. We would never know. Maybe, yeah, the guy today that turned down the ride, maybe he was a serial killer. Who knows? I don't. Shit's gonna turn into Hostel, isn't it? The American version of Hostel. I hope not. Unless maybe I'm gonna be capturing people, like I'm the hitchhiker, but I capture drivers. Yeah. They're pricey tents, like rock solid. Like last night I had 60-kilometer-hour speed wind gusts and stuff like that, and the tent handled it fine. I just should have had an extra guy line for the flat broadside on the tent. It would have made it a bit better. Yeah. But like your tent in the conditions of last night would have like just brushed that off and been like, nah, get out of here with your 60-kilometer-hour wind gusts. That's nothing. Give me full hurricane force winds, because that's my comfort zone. This tent is like, you know, decent conditions kind of camping. I've taken it in some rough places, but that's kind of pushing its limits. It takes me so long to get anything done with you guys. I just keep talking. Oh god. Hang some stuff up in the bathroom. Best get some sleep and I'll be on tomorrow. Can I stay safe, everyone? Awesome. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Yeah, and get some sleep. It's really late there in Wales. Hey, man. And thanks again for the picture of the art. Yeah, I love it. What a great guy. No, I'm not signing off. I'll be on a little bit longer. is just walk-ins 999 from Wales. He's going to bed because it's like 3 in the morning there, so it's late. I'll be going to bed pretty early. I will not be up till 3. I'm gonna get such a good sleep. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. I hope it is stormy tonight, because then I'll be able to hear it outside and be so cozy inside. Looking forward to it. Alright. Yeah. Oh my god. I just sat on the bed for the first time. Oh, yes. Hold up. Let's just chill on the bed for a moment. Oh, yes. Wow. A bed. Gotta appreciate the little things in life. And hitchhiking seems really fun. I agree. It's great fun. Yeah, if I come through Kansas and you're curious to try, just let me know. We'll catch some rides. It'd be great. Feel the same about that and train hopping. Yeah, I'd really like to try train hopping. That's definitely illegal, so that will not be live streamed. And Twitch, if you're watching, I would never do something like that. I would never do something illegal, because anything that's illegal is wrong. But in theory, if I was going to do that, I'd want to go with someone who had done it before, because, like I kind of mentioned, at some point, if you mess with a train and you don't know what you're doing and something goes wrong, the train is going to win every time, and you're going to have a really bad time. A lot of people have died doing that. Yeah, should I put that on my streams? Like, disclaimer, performed by a professional hitchhiker. Yeah, I know. Anything that's illegal is wrong. I was in Washington. Marijuana is legal, so it's 100% fine. Cross the border into a state where it's illegal. Wrong. Wrong. Bad. No. Look at Brave Dave, Big Fat Freight Hot. That's a mouthful. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah. Actually, like, I have unlimited data, so even on my downtime, I can. Although usually once I settle into my my tent at night, I turn off my my unlimited data thing. I turn off my phone. I turn off everything. I'm trying to conserve battery so that I can use it all up on this stuff, because I never know when I'm gonna have power again. And right here, I had to bail myself out. I was out of power. Everything was wet. Usually, I don't splurge on accommodation or anything, but I let myself have it because I don't know. I felt so great about how my first few days of live streaming has got. Like that's why I've been like splurging on getting like tacos and breakfast. I'm like, man, this is making me really happy. I'm gonna like do nice things for myself. And this is the biggest thing yet: a motel room, a bed, sheets, couch, shower. Oh my god, a shower. In Missouri, it's that type of show, Sesame. Guys hotboxing. Pretty awesome. I've watched my 4 episodes probably like 3 times now. Guys has an awesome personality. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out. Because someone's personality really makes the content, and I wasn't sure how my personality would come across on a live streaming platform. Was all just a test for me, and I'm really happy that you guys enjoy the content I provide. Because talking to a camera, like, since I've never done it before, it was a little. I was a little nervous beforehand, but it's gone really well. I've had great support from everyone in chat. I've had a bunch of followers. I'm at 40-something followers now in 4 days, which I'm really happy with. I've really only heard good things, but I do want constructive criticism. If I can do things better, like people need to hear what's wrong or what could be better. Not necessarily what's wrong, but what could be better. So if you do have advice, let me know. Like, I know I could do social media better. It's because it's non-existent right now. I know my channel could be set up better. There's nothing on it right now. I'm quite confident if I threw money at the problem, I could make the network issue a whole lot better. But that involves throwing money at the problem. Yeah, yeah. I looked because I was curious. I looked at the requirements for affiliate, and yeah, you need 50 followers, 7 days streamed, and average concurrent viewers 3 or something like that. And like, yeah, by day 7, like, we're gonna have all those checked. I think we've crossed the concurrent viewers one. Albeit the concurrent viewers is pretty low, because like my stream is always refreshing and I'm losing all my viewers because the signal goes to crap. So you have moments where you have almost 30 viewers when I have a nice solid, like, I don't know, 45 minutes, hour of good signal. And then I'll lose everyone when I lose signal. And then I'll slowly accumulate them back when I get signal. And then I'll lose them again when I lose signal. So it's hard to have a consistent viewer base throughout the stream when the stream is so inconsistent. It's essentially me doing a bunch of smaller short streams rather than one long stream on a day like today, especially. The awkwardness will go away. It's an inevitable part, but your personality shines through, man, believe me. So you have a lot of shitty streams. I'm gonna blow up very niche community you've tapped into. Oh, I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sure you can see some like awkwardness traits in how I come across, or nervousness. But yeah, like, I'm going to work through those. You do something enough, and like I've said, like, you get used to it. You adapt to your environment, and I'd like to make this my environment that I adapt into. If everyone likes it as much as I've liked it. Definitely learning about this comment everyone else. Thanks, Zane. Honestly, watch this much. I think everyone else was better. Yeah, it really excited me when I came up with the idea and I started like doing the research required to like make this happen. Because I thought it was really untapped. Like, no one had really done any like real adventure things through live streaming, like especially hitchhiking, that no one does. And because it's from civilization to civilization, like you can't go climb Denali and live stream it because there's no cellular network out there. But between cities, there's cellular networks, so you can actually do that. The technology is there. We're definitely discovering some hiccups in that technology, but like, you can do it. So I was excited when I found that out. I don't think anyone's really done it. I'm sure someone's hitchhiked on stream, like just caught a ride for the content. Like, I'm just gonna try to hitchhike and see what happens. But I don't think anyone's streamed with the sole purpose of showing what hitchhiking's like. Tossing me the offline screen Watkins made. I have an idea for it, keeping the art by adding a few things to it. Yeah, I think that's okay. Because he gave me permission to utilize it, so I think as long as he's okay with me using it, he'd be okay with someone adding on to that. So I can send that to you. is the best way of sending that to you. Sorry, like, I'm not like technologically inclined. Probably not the best person to do like, I don't know, this new kind of method of showing stuff to people, because I'm not that good with technology. As lame as that sounds, as old as that makes me sound. Like, I can learn quickly. It won't be a problem. But yeah, my skills as far as streaming goes, like, I know absolutely nothing about streaming. Like, I've watched some streams, but as far as actually creating a stream, a reliable stream, a well-produced stream, zero knowledge. How big is Canadian football over there? It really depends where you are. In the cities where the teams are from, like, there'll be a pretty, like, not a, there's a decent sized fan base, but hockey is supreme. Um, yeah. Like, for Vancouver, the Canucks, like, way overshadow the Lions, which is their Canadian Football League team. This stream has community engagement, so no matter where you go, you're plugging your stream. Yeah. Like, we still have a really small community, but, like, man, you guys are always here, and you're always talking, and we're always talking together, and it's, yeah, it's great. And I'm trying to give out my card to more people, and I really want to get more of our rides into our stream to join that too, so you guys can connect with the people that picks me up more than for just the 15-minute ride and stuff like that they gave me. I think we could build a really unique community that way, between people that just watch that are watching on Twitch and in the community from finding the channel that way, and people that find the community from picking me up hitchhiking, and you get to, like, integrate those two together, and I think that would be really cool. I'm just going to add offline text and stuff, and add some other things. Yeah, for sure. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds official and it sounds good. Oops. Yeah, like, I think, was it you that, yeah, you messaged about helping my channel? Like, I know nothing about live streaming. I'll get there. I should do something rather than just lay on the bed. Sorry, I'm just really comfortable. Like, that's the most resident sleeper thing someone can do, is just lay on a bed. Let's do something more exciting. I'm at least gonna, I don't know, sit down. I'm gonna eat some of the cookies that the guy in the Land Cruiser gave me. I'll whisper my email. Yeah, thanks. I'll send you that that picture, and then you can do what you want with it. Am I big on hockey? I enjoy the sport of hockey, but I don't follow it that intently. I certainly appreciate the skill, and I really like how passionate Canadians are as a country for their hockey, even though the vast majority of the time an American team wins the Stanley Cup every year, like hell. But I don't follow it enough, so I wouldn't call myself a fan. Hey Alyssa, yeah. I splurged today. I got a motel. Everything was wet. My batteries were all dead. I was having connection issues. I'm like, I need to take a night. I have everything, like, all my gear is spread out across my motel room all over the place, drying, because everything was soaked. Last night there was a big storm in Oregon, and it's still storming, I think. So I decided to splurge, charge all my batteries, because I've got like 7 things charging right now, and dry off, and get an amazing sleep. Bed. Excited. You deserve to be comfortable. Thank you. Taking cookies from random people. I expected more from you. um, yeah. He had them like tucked away in his center console, and I just kind of zoinked and took the cookies. Don't tell him. They're homemade. The guy that picked me up, he works in construction, and he was helping some lady do something, and she gave him, apparently this was less than half of the cookies she gave him, so he gave me like this. And of course the first thing I do is throw it in my backpack and crush all of them. So they're no longer cookies, they're like cookie crumbs, but you still get the general idea of what it tastes like. But I think like I deserve to be comfortable. The thing is, I kind of like being uncomfortable. I get a sense of satisfaction out of putting myself in an uncomfortable situation and getting through that. Like, you feel like you've accomplished something. So, as much as it's nice to be comfortable, I want to be in an uncomfortable situation. No, they're fine, I swear. I treat them really well. It's okay. I would never mistreat cookies. Just gonna turn the light off in the bathroom. The fan's kind of loud.